That, Tucker, is treason. That means our agencies use their position not for something involving our national security, but for involving a cover-up of a person's identity who was publicly approved by the Congress of the United States, appointed by the security advisor to President Bush. It's a massive cover-up.
9/11 was an inside job. The question is, who was on the inside? Well, it was a consortium of Western intelligence agencies. When they're going to commit a big crime like this to launch a police state and all these wars, they all get in on it. The CIA, Mossad, MI6, they're all involved. And it's all come out. Every member of Congress then and now knows this. They're all just too scared to talk about it. It's come out in the USAID reports and the EPA money going to Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Taliban. Biden handing over to the Afghanis $80+ billion in equipment. And then they use that to fund Al-Qaeda to take over Syria. They use the threat to take our rights away here so the TSA can grope our testicles and put us through body scanners and face scan us. You're about to see a 9-minute excerpt from the incredible interview below that is going viral today with the former congressman, a true hero, Kurt Weldon, whose family and himself were targeted by the FBI for telling the truth. And then you've got another great hero who ran the Pentagon anti-Al-Qaeda operations, who he talks about, who had his book edited by the CIA and blocked the key passages exposing that Zelikow, the so-called head of the 9/11 Commission, had already been briefed that Al-Qaeda was planning the 9/11 attacks. But they were just the cutouts. They didn't run the attacks. So this is an incredible interview below. Be sure and watch it. Here's just an excerpt from the interview that just covers one huge area of this. It's absolutely incredible. Great job, Tucker Carlson. Great job, Congressman Kurt Weldon. It's patriots like you that have courage that are going to save civilization.
Our general in charge of special operations on horseback was asked in this award-winning book, became a movie, on page 27, General, what were your thoughts when 9/11 happened? And he said, within seconds, I knew who had done the attack, and I knew it involved Mohammed Atta. The Inspector General for the Pentagon files a whistleblower paper. I have a copy of it. I'll give it to you. His name is John Crane. He asked for protection because his bosses in DIA refused to allow him to become a whistleblower when he told them that he was told to lie to the Congress. He was told to misinform the Congress. I have that in writing, Tucker. The 9/11 Commission is a cover-up. 1,000% cover-up. Zelikow was the lead of the cover-up.
Philip Zelikow was the chairman.
Philip Zelikow. He was handpicked by Condoleezza Rice. When Tony Shaffer met Zelikow over in Afghanistan, because Zelikow took a team through to see if there were soldiers who had maybe encountered some information about 9/11 in advance. Tony Shaffer had been back deployed in Afghanistan at the time. So he told his commanding officer, I should talk to them because I was a part of a special team. He met with Zelikow. They exchanged business cards in Kabul. And Zelikow said to him, Lieutenant Colonel, you've got to see me as soon as you get back to America. It's very important. When Tony went back to the States, they had shut down his office, locked his office, secured all his files, and they then worked to destroy his personal reputation. They tried to destroy his career.
So you're saying what others have said before, which is that elements of the U.S. government worked really, really hard to hide the fact that they could have prevented 9/11, that they had all the relevant information and for whatever reason ignored it.
Well, first of all, the 9/11 report has no credibility. I don't believe anything that is in that. It's a bunch of garbage. It's a lot of paper that has no substance. And I tend not to want to speculate on things that I can't prove 100% myself,
yes,
or I'm not willing to take a polygraph. What I can tell you unequivocally is there was a cover-up. And before I answer your question, I would state one more fact. Tony Shaffer got approval from his commanding general after this whole thing happened to write his memoirs. His memoirs are called Dark Heart. So he wrote the book. He had a publisher. He went to his commanding general to review the book as his protocol. His commanding general said, fine, Tony, there's nothing there that's a problem. Publish it. Tony publishes the book. Our deep state finds out he's publishing the book. A cease and desist order is issued against the publisher. Stop publishing the book. It's too late. Our government buys all 10,000 copies of the first edition of Dark Heart with taxpayer money, and they destroy them. So I asked Tony on a show last September, as I've done many times, Tony, You have the original version of the book, right? Yes, here it is, Congressman. You have the redacted version, right? Yes, here it is. What did they want out of your book that was so sensitive? What secret information were you giving, Tony? What classified information did your boss not see? He said, Congressman, the only thing they wanted out of my book was the fact that I named Zelikow and that I had briefed him in advance. That, Tucker, is treason. That means our agencies use their position not for something involving our national security, but for involving a cover-up of a person's identity who was publicly approved by the Congress of the United States, appointed by the security advisor to President Bush. It's a massive cover-up.
Ladies and gentlemen, methyl blue is all the rage. I recommend you go research it for yourself on scientific websites, Wikipedia, you name it. It is incredible. And if you've been hiding under a rock and just think that it's a dye for textiles, you're gravely mistaken. But not all methyl blue is made equal. We have laboratory-made USP, meaning pharmaceutical grade, made right here in America of the highest quality. And I've taken methyl blue before and loved it. This is 5-10 times, I don't know, better than anything I've ever tried. And that's because we went out and got the top lab at realalexjones.com. Now, it's on a waiting list at thealexjonestore.com, its sister site, and more's coming in next week. And if you order there, you'll get it next week. But they held some back for realalexjones.com, and it is in the warehouse right now, ready to ship to you. So you order it right now. I'm cutting this on Tuesday evening, and it'll ship out to you tomorrow. It's amazing. So get your Ultra Methyl Blue right now at realalexjones.com.